Hi, I'm Amy.
I'm Laura.
And we are Two Paper Girls.
We're back with another Top 5 Wednesday, and again this one's a really good one. It's your top 5 books or TV shows or film series that got worse with each instalment. We don't have too many book ones, we've kind of gone more like the TV and movie route because I haven't read that many series, to be honest. My number 5 is kind of following that train of thought. It's The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins because I do really like this series, but I remember being really disappointed by Mockingjay. I do also really love Catching Fire, but it is a lot like the first one. The first one felt so original and fresh, and it was addictive, and it was like one of the best things I've ever read. And Catching Fire was equally very good, but it was kind of like a bit of a repeat. It wasn't new and fresh, and when she tried to do new different things in the third one, it didn't quite work out that well. I did like that book a lot more, Mockingjay, when I reread it, but overall that's why it's at number 5 though, because I do still love the series, but it did get a little bit worse. It's probably the only book series where I can really say that, because like I said, I haven't read very many.
My number 5 is actually a book duology, which is why it's at number 5, because it's not exactly a series, it's just 2 books. That is The Wrath and the Dawn by the author name who I always say wrong, so I'm not even going to bother. I say it wrong every single time. I heard Whitney say it and I was like, oh, I see. Can't remember it for the life of me. But this book, The Wrath and the Dawn, it was enjoyable. It wasn't the best book in the world. I think I gave it 3.5 stars. And the second one just seemed a bit odd. It didn't fit. It was like the same like qualms I have with other books when the setting moves and it's in a different place. Like for a duology, that doesn't work.
No.
Like you can't have a duology where it's like 2 different books, like 2 separate standalones that follow on in like a slight way. The characters were great and it didn't get massively worse, which is why it's at number 5.
My number 4 is my first TV show, and that is Misfits, which was on E4 years ago. I don't know if people in America have it. I think it's on Netflix now. I loved this when it was first on. I was probably like 13, 14. I thought it was one of the best things ever. It had the guy that plays Ramsay from Game of Thrones in it, and he was like this super weird guy, but he got the girl in the end, and it was like really, really good. Like, I remember the last good series was amazing, and then they did that thing where they're like, we've wrapped it up, but it's a success, so let's just get in new people, and just like a bit like Scrubs and stuff, when they're just like, let's just get a new cast that are basically the first cast but not the same, we'll just try and carry it on. It did that and it really didn't work very well, so that I don't even think there was that many series. I say like the first 2 or 3, the ones with all the main lot were really, really good, and then the couple after were just so bad, really, really, really bad. Like I couldn't even watch it was so awful.
My number 4 is one that really pains me to talk about because I love this series. It's one of my favourite series of all time, and that is Glee. I love this series so much, and I'm still one of these people that will defend it to the earth and think, oh no, it's perfect all the way through. I know deep down it's not. I know it gets bad from the second they start to bring in new characters. Like, as much as I love Marley and Jake and Ryder, it just ruins it a little bit. And then like with the introduction of like even more people like Unique and Kitty, it's just going south, properly south. And then there's even more new people that they introduce, and I don't even know their names. I'm the biggest Glee fan ever and I don't even know who they are, which shows how awful it went and how it just moved on. But I could talk about it forever, but I'm not going to. We don't want to talk about how Glee went.
My number 3 is Community. I discovered this not this summer gone, but the summer before, which is really weird because it feels really recent, but it was a while ago. I watched it over summer on Netflix and I loved it so much. Amy recommended it and it was so funny and I loved all the characters, but it just, the last couple of series, it just lost it. We tried watching series 6 because that was only on Yahoo because it got rubbish, and we couldn't even watch it because we were like, this isn't funny, who are these people? They just got rid of lots of the main group. I think that's the worst thing with TV shows, when they get worse, it's just because they get rid of characters and then they can just never get it back to how it started. And yeah, it just didn't really have any kind of proper ending. It just went a bit rubbish.
Coming at number 3 is one that also hurts me to say because I actually still really love this series, and that is Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas. Sarah J Maas. Sarah. I love this series. I love Shalana, and it's just brilliant. But also, Air of Fire, is that the one that I read that I didn't like? Air of Fire with Manon. It ruined the book. It was so bad. Like, you can't even just skip over the chapters and like still enjoy it because she's going to become really necessary in Queen of Shadows, and I feel like there's no way to redeem her. Like, because I didn't read about her, I'm not invested in her and her black dragon or whatever. I don't give a shit about her.
A wyvern.
A wyvern. I don't care about Manon and her wyvern. And it's just so awful. Like, I don't care. I don't like her at all. And she's going to get in the way of Selena. I just like it when there's... Spoilers. Bring back Nehemia.
Oh.
Like, I can't.
Nehemia, and I want Kale to stop being stupid. I'm going to read Queen of Shadows though, and then hopefully it all will be better.
I don't
I'll
think
be back
it's
in the
gonna get
proper
better.
place.
I'm going to be infuriated if Selena's like, oh, Manon, my new girlfriend, because I'm going to be like, no, Nehemia. If you died because Lewis screwed up and didn't tell me, then I wouldn't just be like, oh, hey, new person I've just met with the Weaver. I'd be like, no, I'm angry. I'm going to mourn my best friend and I don't want a new one.
Oh,
so if she does that...
So cute. I like loyalty right there. I don't want a new one. I'm going to mourn forever.
Well, at least until the end of the book series.
What me? You'll mourn my death until you finish Rain Glass and you'll be like, right, over her now.
Yeah, but I'm never going to finish Rain Glass because then you won't have finished it.
Oh,
so I'll never
no. That's so sad.
Oh, wow. That's
It's
just
got
got to
deep.
ignore that
It's got
headcanon.
I got deep inside.
You're never going to die.
Oh, we okay. My number 2 is Glee, because me and Amy didn't tell each other our answers beforehand and plan our order, because we tend to do like joint ones when we have a similar one. But I think I have different reasons for disliking Glee, because like Amy said, she's a super fan and she will defend it to the end even though she knows deep down. Whereas I loved Glee, but I'm not a super fan, haven't watched it for years. I love it when I do watch it, like the old ones, but I didn't even finish watching it. Like, I still haven't seen the last series or two, and I just said to Amy, like, just tell me what happens because I'm so not invested in this anymore. But it was the same kind of moment. It was when all the new characters came in. It was when the Glee Club got old and got jobs. It's like, well, it's not about a Glee Club anymore. There was a whole series where the Glee Club isn't even a thing, and it's like, it's called Glee. Like, I understand character progression, but because they kept it so tight within the school and the Glee Club for like the first few series, when it just branched out, it just felt wrong and weird. And even though I cared about the characters and what they were up to, it should have just ended with them graduating, really. Like, that would have been a very nice end, but they just carried it on because it was successful, and then it just went downhill. But I did love Glee, and if Amy gets her Christmas wish of getting the box set, I'll probably nick and rewatch the first few series with her, because like, I do want to relive the early days of it, because I did love it a lot.
Coming in at my number 2 is a film series that I have never liked, that I have never enjoyed, that I think is absolutely hilarious, and that is Transformers, and just generally Michael Bay. Michael Bay, if you're watching this, just stop, please.
Just stop making Transformers. Literally, before I watched a YouTube video, before we started filming, there was a trailer, and I was like, nobody, you want to skip the ad after 5 seconds. I was like, what is this? This is intriguing. And then I bloody saw a big robot, and I was like, oh my god, just stop making Transformers films.
Stop
having good trailers so people go and see them just to be bored for 2.5 hours.
They must be up to like Transformers 5.
It's like 5 or 6 now.
It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, Shia LaBeouf, yeah. Megan Fox, yeah. The first film, it was watchable, like, once. And then that was it. They're just so irritating, and they just need to stop. It's like Fast and Furious, but people actually really still like them, and people are happy there were 7, and it was all emotional, like Paul Walker, and God, that's emotional. But
no one wants more Transformers.
No, there's no emotional investment of anyone into those massive robots in disguise.
Oh, number 1 is hard. My number 1 is Doctor Who, which is just difficult to admit and talk about, and it's not something we've talked about. One of our most viewed videos on this channel is our, oh my god, I can't even remember the 12th.
Don't put them towards that.
Yeah, you probably should watch it. It was deep wall high, we'll remove all the tags so you can't find it. But our 12th Doctor reaction video, because we were just so into Doctor Who. Like, Doctor Who was one of the things that like brought us closer together. Like, we came up with crazy theories for like Series 5 and Matt Smith, and we like cried when David Tennant left, and just, I loved Doctor Who. It
was a big part of our lives.
I rewatched Doctor Who so much. Like, I could tell you every single episode title up until like Series 6 and 7. Like, I rewatched Doctor Who so much. I loved it so much. We've been to see the Symphony Orchestra. We had so many like jokes relating to Doctor Who.
We met David Tennant.
And
Karen Gillan.
And Karen Gillan and
other people.
Jackie's mum. No, Jackie.
And the guy who's in Series 6 what's his name when they're in...
Carlton Coulson.
Something like that. We met him and we were so excited because we met someone who was in Doctor Who for one episode.
Yeah, we were just... It was the best thing, and I loved Matt Smith's Doctor as well. Like, I'm never sure. I think David Tennant is like my Doctor, but I love Matt Smith like equally. But Moffat is just all I can say. Like, he's just ruined it. Series 5 was good, and as soon as I like Series 6, but the stupid mid-series finale and the big build-up to like who's River Song? Like, oh, she's their kid. It's like, that doesn't make sense. Like, why does that make her so important? Like, that just annoyed me. All the mid-series finales meant you got a few episodes, then it disappeared, and there was overarching story arcs that never got resolved, which for a superfan was so annoying because we were like, what is the crack in the wall? We still don't fucking know. I shouldn't say fucking. We still don't bloody know. It was just, I can't deal with how bad it got. And then Series 7 was great with Amy and Rory. And Clara had so much potential, but the writing's so bad. And then again, Pete Capaldi has potential. Like, I thought, oh, they're going to get away from the silly, crazy storyline, make it a bit darker and deeper. And then he's flipping got a sonic sunglasses and plays the electric guitar. And I don't even want to watch it anymore. I didn't even watch last Christmas's Christmas special.
No, I didn't.
Which is like, normally I would be watching it, despite all my family talking and not hearing a word of it, I would watch it because I'm just so excited, and that's just gone.
Wow, that's really miserable. My last one is one that we've just laughed about because we've got a minute left on the camera, and I was like, do your splurge, and I'm like, about Ice Age? I don't care that much. We care about the first one because it's like our theme song. Our friendship theme song comes from Ice Age.
It does.
And just that general like friendship, that sort of whole theme of the film in 1 and 2 and sort of 3 because they kind of kept me with dinosaurs. We have a theme now.
We have a song.
But until after that, like 4 and 5, I'm just like, just stop making Ice Age films. Don't even know who directs it. Probably Michael Bay. Transformers in the snow. But yeah, that's all I've got to say. Ice Age just got worse.
A little bit less emotional than Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And Ice Age, but I can understand the passion. Anyways, that is our big long rambles about TV shows and books and movies that got worse as they went along. Let us know down below some of your least favourite